So the major question that normally most of the research scholars and even supervisors ask, whether research can be done if there is no literature review. Because we all know literature review is an essential part of research, because through the examination of literature reviews only, through the examination of literature review, we can identify the research problem. We can identify the gaps in research. We can identify topics for research. So literature review is in a way an essential part. It is essential part because literature review establishes the research context. It creates research background. It identifies gaps in existing research, existing body of criticism, existing body of knowledge, and it demonstrates researchers' understanding of the field. So these are the factors which are very, very important and that help the research scholar to find the context, to find the gap, and to broaden his understanding of the field. The literature review helps the research scholar justify research question or hypothesis. However, because these are the factors that make literature review essential. However, in cases where your study is pioneering or foundational, you are doing for the first time, there are no secondary sources, there is no literature review, there are no articles, there are no books, there are no PhDs and MPhil dissertations. In such a situation, can you go for research? My answer is yes. Even if there is no literature review, you can carry out research. But you have to justify. You have to justify that your research is pioneering or foundational. For the first time you are dealing with this topic. For the first time you are dealing with this topic. You are dealing with this issue. You are dealing with this research question. You have to justify that your topic is emerging. It is new, novel, emerging. And you have to again justify that there is lack of existing literature. There is no body of criticism. There is no body of knowledge on the topic you will be researching. If you could do it, you can easily convince the supervisor and the committee, and they will allow you, and they must allow you to carry out your research. Literature review in this case may not be possible or relevant. So the answer is very simple. Without literature review, you can carry out your research. This is very clear, and there should be no confusion about it. In such cases, academia accepts alternative approaches such as theoretical or conceptual framework, developing a framework to guide the research. We use theoretical approach and apply that theoretical approach to the text that we select, even if there is no existing literature, existing body of criticism. I mean, there are no books, no articles, no dissertation, no doctoral thesis, but still you can do it. But you have to apply theoretical framework to the text that you select. So you must, in this case, you have to focus on original text, data or sources, like your author's novels. So you don't have secondary sources, therefore you have to only focus on primary texts. So you need to develop a theory or model from scratch based on the data collected. What are the data that you have? What are the analysis that you do? You have to develop a kind of theory, a concept, and that the research scholar must make sure. So to ensure acceptability, consider these points. What are these points? Clearly justify the absence of literature review. Demonstrate a thorough understanding of the research context and theoretical framework. Ensure rigorous methodology and data analysis, and highlight the contributions and implication of your research. Doing so, you can establish a strong foundation for your research, even in the absence of traditional literature review. Thank you. Jai Hind.